as Washington continues to make budget cuts. We take a look at how a reduced tax incentive on solar energy could affect Arizona.
Plus, Arizona lawmakers weigh in on the protests taking place in Los Angeles as tensions rise on both sides.
And the House and the NCAA comes to a $1 billion agreement about the financial futures of Division I athletes. Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News. I'm E. McFarland.
And I'm Milexa Cardona. Thank you for joining us.
Elon Musk has called President Trump's big, beautiful bill an abomination. There's pushback from Senate Republicans that the sprawling measure, okayed by the House, will drive up deficits. Cronkite News reporter Maria Loaiza tells us the $21 billion solar energy industry could be impacted.
As it stands, the bill will remove more than a dozen clean energy tax credits, some in place since 2005, some put in more recently as part of President Joe Biden's clean energy agenda. According to President Trump, the removal of the credits will save taxpayers $500 billion, though the Congressional Budget Office says that if the mega bill is approved, it will increase national debt by $2.4 trillion. One of the incentives on the chopping block, a 30% credit for homeowners who install solar panels. That could have a big impact in Arizona, where the summers drive up air conditioning bills and sunshine provides a growing share of power.
We sent out an email to our prospects and let them know that, this is under consideration and things could change. We did notice a little bit movement from that, but it hasn't really been an avalanche yet.
On average, residential solar panel installation in Arizona costs $19,000. Without the credit, that number jumps to more than $27,000. The last time tax credits for installing solar panels were threatened was 2015. Homeowners rushed to get their upgrades. Congress saved the incentive, but if it dies this time, businesses expect a significant slowdown.
A small business person in Tucson who sells solar, and he has said that he expects to be very busy to the end of the year, and then he expects it to fall off of a cliff as far as his business goes.
When Biden's IRA was passed, introducing many of these energy credits, both Mark Kelly and Ruben Gallego voted yes in 2022. The senators have shared their dislike for the bill. However, neither have commented on their stance with the energy credits. In Washington, Maria Loaiza, Cronkite News.
The bill squeaked through a House on a party line vote. Republicans can't lose more than a few votes in the Senate. So far, 4 Republican senators have objected to the ending of clean energy credits.
Arizona Senator Ruben Gallego criticized the Trump administration's deployment of 2,000 National Guard troops to counter protesters in Los Angeles. The protests broke after federal immigration agents arrested at least 44 individuals. In a statement, Gallego accused the president of abusing due process and separating families, adding that Trump is, quote, putting on a show to look tough on TV, end quote. The Trump administration federalized the National Guard in response to what White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said were a violent mob attacks on ICE officers. However, both California Governor Gavin Newsom and LA Mayor Karen Bass says National Guard troops were not necessary.
It is important for people to know that even in downtown, this is isolated to a few streets. This is not citywide civil unrest taking place in Los Angeles.
Currently, 300 National Guard troops are in LA, and the president has temporarily mobilized 700 Marines.
The Arizona Boys and Girls Club that reaches more than 44,000 youth across the valley. Now they are getting a boost from some big names. Kobe Mitchell was at the Capitol where push-ups and team spirit took over the house.
The state capitol looked more like a gym on a recent June morning. Representative Teresa Martinez teamed up with the Arizona Alliance of Boys and Girls Club to launch a statewide fitness challenge. And Martinez brought along a special friend.
Champion of the world, Mr. Mike Tyson.
Thank you very much.
Boxing legend Mike Tyson helped kick off the event Representative Martinez believes that his presence will have a positive influence on youth across the valley.
I think just to be inspired by his physical fitness and how he's maintained that, I think it's going to be amazing.
Tyson has inspired many throughout his career, including Jose Beltran. He beat cancer at age 16. Aside from changing his diet and adopting a more active lifestyle, he would watch motivational videos of Tyson to help him keep fighting.
His shift in mentality that he thought he was the best when he comes into any room changed my whole life. You get me? You kind of fake it until you make it.
The statewide fitness challenge is a month-long initiative aimed to push youth towards forming healthier habits and build confidence throughout the summer. So not only did every single boy and girl go home with a gift from the Phoenix Suns and the Arizona Cardinals, they also went home with this activity tracker.
Where they're able to track, how many laps they do, how many push-ups, sit-ups, maybe it's how many minutes they dribble basketball for, just as a way to show their improvement and reward them for actually being dedicated and committed to working out this summer.
And the next steps, take the workout from the Capitol to gyms and community centers across the valley. In Phoenix, Kobe Mitchell, Cronkite News.
Representative Martinez says a club winner will be selected at the end of June or beginning of July.
And after years of construction, the light rail extension connecting South Phoenix to the downtown area has finally opened. Hundreds of people, including Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego, celebrated the opening over the weekend. The South Central extension adds 5.5 miles along Central Avenue, all the way to Baseline Road. The extension is expected to accommodate 8,000 more riders every day.
Coming up next, meteorologists are predicting a wet and windy summer ahead.
That's right, Eve. And while that could mean cooler temperatures, that could also mean danger because those strong winds could topple power lines across the valley. We'll tell you how to stay safe when those monsoons hit.
And if there are any storms in our immediate future, we will take a look at what's ahead in this week's forecast after a quick break.
Two, one.
Coming up on the cut.
Coming up on the cut.
Coming up on the cut.
How students can build their broadcast journalism portfolio with opportunities to learn more about on-air reporting and studio production.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at @thecut_network and on X at @CutASU.
This is where Cronkite can be creative.
You meet so many new people who are on different communities, and when you do that, you're able to network not only, but also get to engage, talk to people, and make life friends.
I think that definitely surprised me, the community that I would find, because I wasn't really expecting it.
Freedom.
Friendly. Nice. I'd say cozy.
Welcome back to Cronkite News. The annual monsoon begins just next week. Cronkite News reporter Maggie Wall is in the studio with a few safety tips you should know.
Thank you, Eve. From fire to flooding and high winds, monsoon storms can be messy. And even people who have lived here their whole lives may not know how to navigate dangerous storm situations. I got to attend a demonstration recently and found out what to do in one particularly scary situation. While this may look like a scary scene to find yourself in, this is just a demonstration put on by SRP to showcase how to safely exit your vehicle if a downed power line lands on it.
The average person in their lifetime will never experience this, but we just want the people to be aware of if they encounter the situation, what they need to do instead of saying, oh my gosh, what do I do now?
Although a downed power line falling on your vehicle is a rare case, it can and has happened. While this is worst case scenario, these tips can help in all instances of a downed line.
If you have to exit your vehicle, the best thing to do is open your door and basically jump as far as you can away from your vehicle without touching anything of your vehicle and making sure that your feet are very close together when you land.
CEO said once you have jumped away from your vehicle, you can hop or shuffle your feet heel to toe for at least 30 feet to avoid being electrocuted.
Yeah, it's just a reminder because, I mean, the general public only sees this once a year.
While you may never experience this in your life, on the off chance you do take a power line to your car, these tips could help. If a power line falls on your car or another one around you and there's no immediate emergency, stay in your car and call 911. From the newsroom, Maggie Wall, Cronkite News.
Thank you, Maggie. So, can we expect a monsoon anytime soon?
We're going to find out. Eddie McCoven is in the Cronkite Weather Center. Eddie, what can we expect for the rest of the week?
Well, we're not quite into the monsoon just yet because the hot and dry conditions we saw over the weekend, they're going to continue this week. Taking a look at our currents, we're still hovering in the triple digits right now, but by the time we get to 10 o'clock, we're going to cool down just a little bit into the upper 90s. Overnight lows, though, cooling down just a little bit further, 82 in Phoenix, 72 in Kingman, 47 up there in the Grand Canyon. And tomorrow, though, that's where things are really heating up because we're going to be 106 here in Phoenix, 96 down in Tombstone. The real story, though, is here in Bullhead City along the Colorado River Valley. We have an extreme heat advisory for parts of Mojave County all the way up through Vegas, so that's why we're seeing those high temperatures up there. 83, though, in Flagstaff, still going to be nice, and here's why. Because they've got a little bit of cloud cover coming through. About a 30% chance of rain, probably not going to see much, but the cloud cover is what's helping keep things cooler for the northern part of the state. Here in Maricopa County, though, we do have an air quality advisory, poor air quality tomorrow, so make sure you limit your time outside, and if you have any lawn care to do with gas-powered equipment, hold that off until way late into the evening. Taking a look at your forecast, we are 106 tomorrow, 107 Wednesday and Thursday, and as the sun continues to come out, we will have higher temperatures all the way through the weekend with 112 expected on Father's Day. I'm Eddie McCoven in the Cronkite Weather Center. Back to you.
Thanks, Eddie. A TV station in Texas was knocked off the air after their building was hit by a tornado. The tornado hit the TV station KTXS last night in Abilene, Texas. That's west of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The twister took out the station's broadcasting tower, destroying much of the building. The good news is no one was hurt.
Now to the business world, where Warner Brothers Discovery made a big announcement today. The media company says it will split itself into two different companies. One will be made up of HBO Max and the Warner Brothers Movie Studio. The other will be made up of their TV cable channels like CNN. The breakup is expected to take place sometime in the next year.
Football and fun. Arizona Cardinals host a special event over the weekend.
That's right. The Arizona Cardinals hosted a day of fun with over 100 special athletes. The players ran a number of games and events. Stay tuned. The Cronkite Sports Report will have more after the break.
Coming up on the cut.
Coming up on the cut. Coming up on the cut.
How students can build their broadcast journalism portfolio with opportunities to learn more about on-air reporting and studio production.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at @thecut_network and on X at @CutASU.
This is where Cronkite can be creative.
You meet so many new people who are on different communities, and when you do that, you're able to network not only, but also get to engage, talk to people, and make life friends.
I think that definitely surprised me, the community that I would find, because I wasn't really expecting it.
Freedom.
Friendly. Nice. I'd say cozy.
A seismic shift just hit college sports. After 2 long-awaited months, a district court approved the House v. NCAA settlement, rewriting the rulebook on athlete pay. For the first time in history, Division I schools can directly pay athletes. Former athletes dating back to 2016 are also included in a $2.8 billion pot. No more relying on outside collectives. Schools now hold the reins, but it is not without consequences. Roster caps are in place, causing concern for both coaches and players in this year. And all NIL deals must pass through the newly formed College Sports Commission. Coaches at ASU are trying to figure out how things will change.
Big 12 head coach meetings last week. It was discussed just, what that's going to look like and, the elements of it and everything. So I think we're starting to have a pretty firm handle on it.
One thing is clear, the college sports landscape has changed forever. Who thrives and who gets left behind remains to be seen. The NBA Finals between the Thunder and the Pacers is all tied up at 1 game apiece. Valley fans should be very familiar with one Thunder player, Jalen Williams, who used to play at Perry and Gilbert. Our Eve McFarland has more on how his former high school recently paid tribute to the NBA star.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Jalen Williams Way. Perry High School and Chandler Unified School District rename a main street after alum and current Oklahoma City Thunder forward Jalen Williams. The honor comes as the 3-year NBA veteran plays in his first NBA Finals.
It's been so fun just to watch his journey from here to Santa Clara to the NBA. Now when I watch him, I'm like every other fan. I get nervous. I cheer for him.
Dwayne says Williams is a loyal person with an infectious personality. The 12th overall pick in the 2022 draft could not attend the ceremony because of the NBA Finals, but he sent an appreciation video.
At school for 4 years was some of the best times of my life. I've made connections and friends that I still have to this day.
Williams' impact extends beyond the court. Perry High School still uses the NBA star as a role model for current students, as Williams was known for his leadership skills and high character.
We're a family, and we're all about relationships and making that connection with our kids and with our coaches and with each other, and we try and model those relationships.
Proud of his former star player, Dwayne said he could talk about Jalen all the time. During Williams' senior year, he led the Pumas to the state semifinals and was named Chandler Unified School District Player of the Year. start. He set the standard high for the Pumas to be successful, and after Williams graduated in 2019, they won 4 straight AIA championships from 2022 to 2025.
Jalen built the foundation. Jalen set the culture the Perry way. He built that for our run of championships, and I tell him that all the time, and now it's his turn to get his ring.
And the support is mutual as Williams returns to his high school when he can.
I just thought it was so cool. Jalen did come to one of their games, and he came to support our students. He was already in the NBA. You know, he didn't have to come, but he did. He came, he supported our kids.
Williams earned NBA All-Defensive Team, All-Rookie Team, and 2 NBA Rookie of the Month awards. He continues to shout out his former high school for his success. In Gilbert, E. McFarland, Cronkite News.
Before renaming the main street to Jalen Williams Way, the street was named after another alum and current San Francisco 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy back in 2024. There's another familiar face playing in these NBA Finals, making his debut for the Thunder, Lou Dort. Dort spent a year playing at ASU and has made his way through the league as an elite defender. Coach Bobby Hurley recently discussed Dort's days as a Sun Devil and the development he saw in his play. Hurley and former Sun Devil Jeff Ayers both remembered Dort's strength as a defender along with his work ethic.
That real desire to get after it on defense was big part of why we were attracted to bring him here, and that's just grown as he's grown, and you got to find something at that level that you could really hang your hat on, and that's him being a lockdown defender.
He's a pro's pro, man. Like there's a reason why certain people get success and are successful in life, and that's one of the reasons I feel Lou is like that. He was a great team player, great high character guy. He came in here to school, did his thing, and he's doing the same thing there.
Game 3 of the NBA Finals is Wednesday at Indiana. The Arizona Cardinals are making an impact beyond football, teaming up with local athletes for a day that was all heart. This special event brought out the best in everyone involved. Cronkite News reporter Jessica Poole takes us there.
A day in the office looks a little different for the newly minted Arizona Cardinals rookies. Fresh from rookie minicamp, more than a dozen players hit the field, but this time it was all about fun and teamwork for the Mikey's League and Special Olympic athletes.
Same thing that we can do, they can do it as well. I know a lot of people might look at it as they can't, but like I said earlier, they were doing a lot of drills same way we do it, and they were able to understand everything we were telling them to do. So I know they have fun.
Roughly 100 special athletes took part in sprints, flag football, and tackling drills, exchanging high fives and smiles. Some even traveled from Yuma, over 2 hours for an unforgettable experience.
In a sport that's defined by strength, speed, and stats, the Arizona Cardinals are showing exactly why heart and inclusion matters. I asked Will Johnson, what does it feel to be a part of an organization that champions all abilities?
It's great. I mean, that shows that they're bigger than football. It's more than just going out there and doing stuff between the white line, making an impact on the community, making an impact on the less fortunate. So that's what this program is about, just helping others and serving others.
Together, the Cardinals, Mikey's League, and the Special Olympics proved that sports have the power to unite a community. In Tempe, Jessica Poole, Cronkite News.
The Cardinals are back to business in a few weeks as they open training camp in July. And one other note, Arizona baseball has made it to the College World Series after a late-inning rally to beat UNC over the weekend. That's it for the Cronkite Sports Report. I'm Patrick Renault. Now back to Eve and Malexa.
Coming up next.
Residents of Rutherford County, Tennessee saw black and white this week. After spotting the striped mammal, sheriff's deputies rescued Ed the zebra, but it wasn't easy. The full story is next.
This is where Cronkite can be creative.
You meet so many new people who are on different communities, and when you do that, you're able to network not only, but also get to engage, talk to people, and make life friends.
I think that definitely like surprised me, like the community that I would find, because I wasn't really expecting it. I was like,
Freedom.
Friendly.
nice. I'd say cozy.
No more horsing around for Ed the zebra.
The pet was reported missing May 31st. Deputies from the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office definitely earned their stripes yesterday after finding Ed in a pasture in central Tennessee and rescued him via helicopter before returning him back to his home.
That's it for tonight's edition of Cronkite News. I'm E. McFarland.
And I'm Milexa Cardona. Thank you for joining us.
And to see top Arizona stories anytime, log on to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.